Hello, YouTube. Thank you for joining us here once again at Zach Maglin Collectibles. Today, we're going to pivot away from Topps basketball as well as Topps baseball and rip open for the very first time on this channel. We're going to good old Panini once again. 2025 WNBA Donruss Blaster Boxes. As you can see, we have two boxes which we picked up from our local Target for the affordable price of $25 each. So we're going to get right into it. We've actually been sitting on this product for a few weeks now, but as mentioned, we've been so busy ripping the other more popular products that we haven't had time until now to rip this open. Okay, so as you know, the Caitlin Clark, this is year 2 Caitlin Clark, so the chase actually is one Paige McBuckets or Paige Beckers, okay? So with this, we are getting Blaster exclusive lava and laser parallels. Now, normally, you know, in the NBA, and including the NFL, usually you can get the downtowns from here. So I don't see any indication about that. So it looks like you can get the night moves, some autos, but I don't see anything about the elusive downtowns being in this product. So we'll find out. Maybe we'll be surprised. All right, let's see what we can get. In the past, we haven't had very much luck with Caitlin card base cards. So I don't think we ever got one, you know, when we ripped open between, I believe, Mosaic, Donruss, as well as Panini WNBA. So maybe that'll change, at least with one Paige Beckers, who is the chase in this product. Even though you have AJ Wilson, you've got Caitlin Clark as being on the cover, but Paige is a rookie in this product. All right, so without further delay, let's get to ripping. All right, pack number 1. So there are like 15 cards in these packs. So that means with Donruss, we tend to get a lot of base cards. So let's see what we get. Check out the designs for this year. I don't think we opened up a Donruss version of this for WNBA last year. I don't recall that, but here we go. So I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm not familiar with a lot of these ladies. All right, the ones that I am familiar with, I'll definitely let you know. I'm familiar with Brianna Stewart, but everyone else, not so much. Who's the one gal from the Sparks? Cameron Brink, all right. She's another one that I'm familiar with. We're going to get the rated rookies. So we have a rated rookie of Malonga from Seattle, and we've got this one from the Chicago Sky, I believe. Zivka, okay, not familiar. All right, we're going to get a backwards card. It's Alisa Pili, and it is on a, I got to get my terminology correct. It's not a rainbow foil, I guess it's a silver, right? For that, and we got a crunch time of Reese, Angel Reese. I don't think we got any Angel Reese base cards either last year, I don't recall. So that's why we didn't do a lot of ripping of WNBA, but the ones we did, I don't think we got that. We're going to sleeve it up. I know it's probably like a low-level insert, but it's a nice one of Angel Reese. On to the next one. I think Angel Reese is supposedly, has it been confirmed? I think she's dating an athlete. I think it's a basketball player himself. I'm not quite sure. If you know in the comments, go ahead and indicate that. All right, here we go. So, WNBA fans, we need your help with these cards, okay? I assume the base doesn't hold a lot of value, Brittany Griner. So we're really going for, unless you get a Paige Beckers, right? I think that'll hold a little bit of value. There's Sarah Ashley Barker, not familiar with. Caitlin Chen, I heard about her. I think she was the one that went to, was it Harvard and then transferred over to, what team was that? Connecticut, and won a championship. And then got drafted by the Valkyries. See, I know a little bit about the WNBA. Alyssa Thomas on the My House. Okay. Decent. All right, we have a Marvels of AJ Wilson. Nice looking card. AJ Wilson. I don't know about these cards, but I know a lot of them, I believe, in other products. I pulled this. They were case hits. So I don't know if these are. I doubt it because I've seen them float around. But good one to get, AJ Wilson. Moving on. And didn't they win the championship? I know she's going out with Bam Adebayo. So I think she won a championship and MVP. But she doesn't get the notoriety like Caitlin Clark and the other ones do. Angel Reese. All right, here we go. Cameron Brink. There's Cameron Brink year 2. I don't know if she really got how well she did because she was injured practically all of the first year. So we got a Cameron Brink. And all right, here we go. We have someone from the Mystics. I don't see any name because it's really dark. Her name is Lucy Olson. Anashe Morrow. And we're going to have a flip over of a Kalia Cooper on the silver. And we have a Arike Ogunbowale. How do you pronounce that? Ogunbowale. I think isn't her sister also a commentator, former player, if I'm not mistaken? All right. I know I just totally botched the name, but it's a franchise feature. So I don't know. I'm going to sleeve it up. I'm not going to display it, but it seems like it's supposed to be an insert of some kind. All right. On to the next one. So we're going to be botching some names, some of the European names or the international names. All right, here we go. And Deanna Taurasi, didn't she retire? I don't know if these have vets, retired vets. Leah Boston, I'm familiar with. This girl's supposed to be good. Collier's supposed to be good. Kate Martin. I've seen these names in the past. Of course, not this one. Sania Rivers. Haley Van Lith. Okay, Lith. So she's popular. It's a base, but we'll sleeve it up. Of Haley Van Lith. She's more popular for off-the-court stuff. And we have Sophie Cunningham on a Marvel. So it looks like this one comes a little bit more frequently. And Crunch Time of Kelsey Plum. So these ones come a little bit more frequently, but we'll sleeve them up. Sophie Cunningham is supposed to be the enforcer of Caitlin Clark. All right. So cool-looking cards. I don't know if they've had these before. I don't even know if they, like I said, if they released Donruss product of WNBA last year, but cool-looking cards. All right, here we go. On to the second to the last pack of this first box. For $25, pretty good value, right? Worth the fun rip. Just don't know if you can get any downtowns. I mean, if you could, then that'd be great. I think it was like, I forget what product that I saw Panini advertising WNBA downtowns. I think it's one of their rare products. There's Sophie Cunningham. Kelsey Plum there as well. I mean, these images of them holding the jersey seems pretty weak, but whatever. Maddie Westbeld. We're going to get a flip of this guy right here. Jordan Canada. This is a nice looking one. All right, Jordan Canada. Atlanta. And we have a My House of Brittany Sykes. All right. I could make comments about that photo, but I will not do that out of respect to my WNBA fans and ballers. Okay, here we go. I'll leave that up to you guys, all right? On to the final pack of the first box. First time we're opening up WNBA products in this new year. So I assume we're going to get a Mosaic and we're going to get a Prism. All right, Prism tends to be the one to go for. Maybe even an Optic. All right, so Angel Reese, there you go, on the base. And we are getting, oh, there you go, Paige McBuckets right there. Paige Beckers on this one here. Sleeve it up. It's a base, but it's of one rookie. Paige Beckers, #1 draft pick. Once again, the Sparks, which is the local LA team, they missed out. I think they've had the #2 picks the last 2 years. That's how sorry they've been. All right, I don't know who this gal is. A crunch time of Enescu, right? Sabrina Enescu, and a Marvels of Sanaya Rivers. All right, I like Enescu. We'll sleeve her up. And these cards we're sleeving up, they may not be worth much, but they are some of the star players that we're doing it for. Okay. And Sanaya Rivers, because it's a nice card, we will sleeve it up as well. Okay, so that is the first box. And this video does qualify us for our giveaway at the end of this month, which will be announced sometime in the beginning of next year, which will be January. So in order to qualify, you need to be subscribed to the channel. You need to like this video, share this video, watch this video to the end, which is really important, and comment. And one of the comments is going to be, what is the best hit from this box? So I'm going to give you another additional question to make sure that you're watching this to the end. So stay tuned for that in order to qualify. So there's Sabrina Enescu. And there you go. All right, we had this gal before on a special card. We had her. There's Haley Van Lith again. Okay, we flip this up around, and it is a Tammy Fagbenley, not familiar on the silver, and a My House of Angel Reese. All right, the My House looks pretty cool. Now, is there a difference? Because the two My Houses we got previously had the more darker tones, and then we got a yellow here. So it's Angel Reese. Like it or not, she's got value in the card market. All right, on to the next pack. So I don't follow WNBA too much. And I know if I ask you a question about who the best player would be, you probably would tell me Caitlin Clark, okay? So that's definitely not going to be the question that I'm going to ask. There's A.J. Wilson on the base. All right. Good deal. All right, continuing on, we have this gal here. Sorry, can't read who you are. We have this one flipped over. And, ooh, it's an auto. Alicia Clark. Wow, Signature Series auto. I don't think she's a rookie. Look at there. We get an auto. Not too familiar with her, to be honest with you, but we got an auto. All right, you always celebrate whenever you get an auto from a blaster box. Okay, so we'll put that front and center because it is an auto. And she plays for Seattle, okay? All right, so we got another Marvels of Aaliyah Boston. And we have a blue one, okay? That's a pretty good pack, right? This one, Ziza James. I'm assuming that this is a significant parallel because everything else of the Marvels has been red, okay? But Aaliyah Boston I'm familiar with, and I believe that Isaiah James, she's a rookie, so at least we got a rookie on that blue one, blue Marvels. All right, so pretty good pack there. Here we go, continuing on. So with this, basically we spent 50 bucks. Not a bad rip thus far, guys, okay? Not a bad rip. All right, let's continue. And see who we pull here. Yeah, and I think like the WNBA, they do things differently where they seed the teams and it's like the best like 8 teams and doesn't matter where they're located. There's another Paige McBuckets. It doesn't matter where they're located, they go ahead and seed them. So they could be all in the West or all in the East. That's how they go about doing it. We have a Veronica Burton, and we have a Marvels of Georgia Amore. It's a rookie, okay? All right, I like the Marvel cards. All right, there we go. All right, 3 packs left. And at some point, we'll ask the final question to qualify you for our giveaway. So we've yet to announce what the prizes are, but that is coming soon after our live stream. Join us next week, Thursday, December 11, 6 p.m. Pacific time, for our live stream where we'll announce the giveaway winners for the month of November. We'll also be giving away prizes to people that join the live stream through trivia and other games that we may play during our live stream. So the important thing is to have a fun, good time and to show our appreciation for all of our viewers. There is a crunch time of this gal, and we have another My House of Angel Reese, okay? So we showed that one before of Angel Reese. So we're getting duplicates. We got a duplicates on the Paige Beckers and a now duplicate on Angel Reese. All right, so down to our final 2 packs. All right, I guess let's ask the question, okay? So this time we're going to ask the question because some of these names are more common. All right, here we go. Let's finish this one off first. So I want you... Okay, not including Caitlin Clark, not including Paige Beckers, not including A.J. Wilson, Angel Reese, or Cameron Brink, okay? I want you to tell me who you think is the best, or I won't say the best player, because like I said, those guys are probably at the top of the list, okay? And don't include Sabrina Ionescu either, because she's popular. And we got this one earlier. And we get a crunch time of A.J. Wilson. All right, so I want you to tell me, probably better, tell me your favorite retired player, okay? So they no longer play in the WNBA. They could be your favorite. They could be one of the best to ever play. Tell me. Who would that be for you, okay? Who is your favorite retired WNBA player? Because I think you could just easily just choose someone if I asked you about a player not known as A.J. Wilson, Paige Beckers, and the like. So probably a better one is, who is your favorite retired WNBA player? So anyone that played in the WNBA, let me know in the comments section, as well as what the best hit is in this box. All right, so it looks like we're going to have something nice at the end. Let's see. Leah Boston. And here we go. Hold your horses. Do we have a banger? All right, this gal here, and we got this gal before, and we are getting a tunnel vision. Sabrina Ionescu on the tunnel vision. All right, that looks like a cool little insert. Okay. I don't know where this lies in terms of how common it is to get a tunnel vision of Sabrina Ionescu. We'll take that with her little not crop top, but bikini top. And we get a Sophie Cunningham, and we get a numbered Sophie Cunningham. Bang! This one is, what is this out of? $3.99. Number 40, is that 48 out of 3? Is it 40? 48 out of $3.99. There you go. What a way to end that. Okay, that was a pretty cool last pack, right? You got this one right here. You got the tunnel vision of Sabrina Ionescu in there. So there you have it. Not a Caitlin Clark. It's Caitlin Clark's sidekick. All right. Sophie Cunningham. So no Caitlin Clark here in this box once again. They're making Caitlin Clark difficult to chase even the base, it appears. Okay. So thank you for joining us. Let us know what you think. this fun rip of 2025 Panini WNBA Donruss. Until next time, take care.